Ball Gardens. I want to talk to you about this compost system that I've just started to install today. You hear me talking about compost all the time because, especially with biointensive gardening, it's just everything. It's the alpha and omega. If you're not growing soil to replenish what you're taking out of it when you grow, that's not sustainable, and you're not going to do well unless you're importing petrochemical fertilizers or spending a butt ton of money on organic fertilizer. It's really just pointless when you can just make your own for practically free. So this is my ultimate compost bin, it's called. It's not exactly the way it was designed by the creator. If you go online and search ultimate compost bin, you'll find it on Rodale's Organic, and they use cedar to build it, and I built it to their specifications using mostly cedar, but I also used a lot of lumber from Home Depot, and that didn't do too well. The termites and the rot got to it, and I only got about 3 seasons out of it. It is now in my burn pile, and I have, up until today, no compost system except under my rabbit hutch and my chicken pen, but I don't have the traditional biointensive compost pile. So I was going to buy some pallets because if it was just going to fall apart in a few seasons anyway, at least I wasn't going to spend a bunch of money on it, because I don't really have a source of cedar around here, and if I did, I probably wouldn't want to spend all the money on it. So I was going to use pallets, but I kind of wasn't excited about using pallets because it's treated with chemicals that can leach into your compost, and you want to try and keep it as clean as possible. I had this fence laying around, courtesy of my good friend Jane Ray Gary, and I wanted to use it to surround my garden area, but it's only 4 feet tall, and cats and chickens can easily get over this. So I kind of had it just laying around, and then it occurred to me that I can just use it to make the ultimate compost bin using nothing but some T-posts and the fencing, and it doesn't look very pretty, but it's going to get the job done. You can see here I've got 2 built so far. I'm going to build a third. I got to clean this area up and get it set up. But the way it works basically is you start a compost pile in the first chamber. You let it sit for maybe 4 to 6 weeks or longer if you want to. I'm building a lot of compost, so I got to turn it. And then you move it to the second chamber, and then you start a new compost pile in the first chamber and let that sit. And then after a few weeks, the second chamber goes into the third chamber, first chamber goes into the second chamber, build a new compost pile in the first chamber. And once you're ready to turn again, the third compost pile will be mature and ready to go into the garden, and you've got a kind of like a machine just rolling over and pumping out new compost every few weeks. So it's really, really awesome. And this particular system has really helped me out getting these beds amended and conditioned so they can grow food in it, because like I'm always talking about, the clay here is absolutely horrendous, and I built a lot of beds, a lot more than I probably needed, but I need a lot of compost to get that job done. Otherwise it's going to take me forever. So this is the ultimate compost bin. I highly recommend it. Go to Rodale's Organic, download the blueprints. You can use any material you want, but I definitely recommend using something that's going to last you for a while, especially if you're going to pay for it. Cedar works best. Do not use lumber from Home Depot or Lowe's. It will rot and get eaten by termites, and you'll be very disappointed. A lot of hard work goes to waste. But this is a pretty good system right here if you want to try it out. All right, thanks for watching.